Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Learn English with the Hobbit. Today we're diving into a dramatic and funny part of the story. Bilbo's nerves finally get the best of him. There's tension, excitement, and even a bit of chaos as the dwarves prepare to start their big adventure. And poor Bilbo, well, let's just say he's not exactly ready for it. So buckle up. We've got storytelling, emotions, and of course, some great vocabulary to learn together. Let's go. We shall soon, before the break of day, start on our long journey. A journey from which some of us, or perhaps all of us, except our friend and counselor, the ingenious wizard Gandalf, may never return. It is a solemn moment. Our object is, I take it, well known to us all, to the estimable Mr. Baggins, and perhaps to one or two of the younger dwarves. I think I should be right in naming Keely and Philly, for instance. The exact situation at the moment may require a little brief explanation. This was Thorin's style. He was an important dwarf. If he had been allowed, he would probably have gone on like this until he was out of breath, without telling anyone there anything that was not known already. But he was rudely interrupted. Poor Bilbo couldn't bear it any longer. And may never return, he began to feel a shriek coming up inside, and very soon it burst out like the whistle of an engine coming out of a tunnel. All the dwarves sprang up, knocking over the table. Gandalf struck a blue light on the end of his magic staff, and in its firework glare the poor little hobbit could be seen kneeling on the hearth rug, shaking like a jelly that was melting. Then he fell flat on the floor and kept on calling out, struck by lightning, over and over again. And that was all they could get out of him for a long time. So they took him and laid him out of the way on the drawing room sofa with a drink at his elbow. And they went back to their dark business. Whoa, that was intense. Poor Bilbo. Struck by lightning? That's some serious panic. All right, now let's slow down a bit and take a closer look at some of the words and expressions from this part of the story. And hey, if you're enjoying the journey with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think about Bilbo's reaction or your favorite word from this episode. Let's dive in. Shall is a formal way of saying will, often used to make things sound serious or official. When Thorin says we shall soon start, it feels like the beginning of an important adventure, like something out of a royal announcement. Soon means in a short time, but in stories like this, soon can feel both exciting and a little scary. Something big is coming, and everyone's holding their breath. The break of day. This poetic phrase means sunrise. It paints a picture of light slowly pushing away the night, like a curtain rising on a brand new act in the story. To start, something is to begin, of course, but here, starting the journey isn't just taking a step outside. It's stepping into danger, change, and something bigger than yourself. A journey isn't just about travel. It's about transformation. You leave as one person, and by the time you return, if you return, you're someone new. Perhaps is a softer way of saying maybe. It shows uncertainty. And in this scene, it carries a shadow. Not everyone may come back from this trip. A counselor gives advice like a wise friend or guide. Gandalf is more than a wizard. He's the one who helps them make the right decisions, most of the time. Someone ingenious is smart in a creative way, clever with ideas, not just facts. Gandalf being called ingenious? Absolutely deserved. To return means to come back, but in a dangerous journey, the word takes on weight. It makes you wonder, will they really make it home? A solemn moment is serious and respectful, often filled with emotion. It's not just quiet, it's heavy with meaning, like a pause before something huge. Here, object doesn't mean a thing, it means a goal or purpose. Their object is clear, reclaim their home and treasure. I take it means I assume, or I believe. Thorin is trying to sound official and dramatic, like a leader making a speech. Calling someone estimable means they're worthy of respect. It's a fancy word, and Thorin uses it to flatter Bilbo, even if Bilbo's too shocked to enjoy it. Younger just means not as old. Thorin mentions Keely and Philly here, the youngest of the group, probably still full of energy and curiosity. An instance is an example. Thorin is being formal again, trying to explain his point with style, even if it's a little much. Exact means precise. Thorin wants to talk about the exact situation, but let's be honest, he's not great at getting straight to the point. A situation is what's happening right now. In Bilbo's case, it's more like help. I'm stuck in a dwarf planning meeting. This phrase just means right now. It adds a sense of immediacy. Thorin's acting like everything must be explained urgently. If something is required, it's needed. Thorin says an explanation might be required, but really, Bilbo just needs a nap. Brief means short. Ironically, Thorin says he'll be brief, but we all know he could go on for hours. Style isn't just fashion, it's the way someone does something. Thorin's style? Fancy, formal, and full of long-winded speeches. This means someone was given permission, but here, it's used ironically. If he had been allowed, Thorin would have talked forever. To be out of breath means you've talked or run so much, you can't breathe properly. Thorin probably would have kept going till he wheezed. Without means not having something. In this case, Thorin talks without telling anyone anything new. Classic overtalker. If something happens rudely, it's done in a way that's impolite. Poor Thorin. His speech was cut off, and he didn't even finish his dramatic monologue. To interrupt is to cut someone off while they're talking. Bilbo didn't mean to. It was more like a panic explosion. To bear something means to endure it. Bilbo couldn't bear Thorin's speech any longer. He was about to explode, and he did. A shriek is a high-pitched scream. Bilbo's panic didn't come out as words. It came out like a train whistle. To burst out means something suddenly explodes, like laughter, or in this case, Bilbo's terrified scream. A whistle is a sharp sound, often used for attention. Bilbo's scream sounded like a whistle, unexpected and loud. An engine is a machine that powers things like a train. Thorin's speech was steady, but Bilbo's scream? Total derailment. A tunnel is a dark underground path, and Bilbo's panic came out like a train bursting from one. Dramatic, right? A glare is a strong, bright light. Gandalf's magic staff lit up with a glare, like a firework in the dark. To kneel means to be on your knees. Bilbo was on the floor, overwhelmed and shaking, totally lost in fear. The hearth rug is the warm rug by the fireplace, usually cozy, But here it became Bilbo's stage for a dramatic feint. Shaking here means trembling with fear. Bilbo was shaking like a leaf, or more accurately, like a bowl of jelly. Jelly is soft and wobbly. And in this scene, it's the perfect metaphor for Bilbo's panic. He couldn't hold himself together. To melt is to become soft or disappear. And Bilbo was practically melting from panic, losing all strength. To fall flat means to collapse suddenly. Bilbo didn't just sit, he dropped like a sack of flour. The floor is where Bilbo ended up. Forget chairs or rugs. He went straight down from panic overload. Bilbo kept shouting, struck by lightning, even though he wasn't. It just felt that shocking. Drama King moment. To lay someone means to place them down gently. The dwarves moved Bilbo carefully to let him rest. They put Bilbo out of the way so he wouldn't be in danger or in the middle of more chaos. Sofa, a long upholstered seat with a back and arms for 2 or more people. The sofa is where Bilbo ended up, his panic bed, right next to. His elbow had a drink next to it. That's how shaken he was. They didn't give him food or medicine, just something to sip while he recovered. And that's it for today's episode. Bilbo may not be the bravest adventurer yet, but hey, he's officially part of the team now. Even if he fainted onto the rug, that if you learned something new today or just enjoyed the chaos, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to know, what would you do if you were in Bilbo's shoes? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious. See you in the next chapter.